Welcome to the channel. This is Geauxgreddy, your 2018-2019 SCCA Sendler Region F Street Autocross Champion and GT Sport Sim Racer. Today we'll be running the 2019 FIA Exhibition Season Round 9. So if you like what you see, smash that like, and if you really like it, hit that subscribe. And look at there, we'll be starting in P9 during Round 9. That's got to be some good karma, right? Oh, let's hang around and find out. Let's get to that race. Alrighty, thank you, Opera Lady. There I am, P9, flashing the headlights at you. Getting started in 3, 2, 1. Alright. So, the name of the game in today's race is tire strategy. And there are a plethora of tire strategies. So, probably as many tire strategies in this race as there were tires on cars. I don't know. So does that even make sense? That would be 4 times 20, 80 tire strategies. I don't know if that's right. Probably not. That's probably wrong. So let's talk about tire strategy here at the beginning of this race. So you have, if you're at one popular option is if you start at the front of the pack, you start off on racing soft tires or racing medium tires and try and get out in front of the pack. So that was option one. Another option would be, you're at the front of the pack. Hey, go ahead and get the hard tires off, out of the way. That wasn't a real popular option. I'm not sure anyone actually started on that option at the front. More so at the back, get rid of those hard tires. At the beginning, you're already in the back anyway, so you can go in the pits and come out. You're not going to come out in the middle of the pack. So there's that option. Or you could start with the softs in the back and try to move your way up front and get into the rest of the race with the pack of people. Or you could start with the hybrid tires. That's right, the hybrid tires, because you had to run all 3 compounds. You had to run hard, you had to run medium, you had to run soft. So you're going to make at least 2 pit stops at the absolute minimum. You've got to make 2 because you got to stop to put the mediums on, you got to stop to put the softs on. So the hybrid strategy, you could put either mediums and softs on, or hards and mediums on, or I guess you could put hards and softs, but I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you could do it. So I went with the hybrid strategy because I don't know, why not try something different. So I ran the racing mediums in front and the racing hards in back. And honestly, I didn't really like the way this setup felt. I liked it better as old ex-AJ gets into the rear quarter panel there. Me, but wasn't very kind to him, pushing his way through. So here we are coming in lap 1. I have dropped a position from 9th to 10th. Anyway. So the reason I went with this strategy is I wanted to spend the least amount of time on the mediums and or hard tires as possible. So I threw them on the car when the car was the heaviest to try and minimize their impact as much as possible, and then switch over to the soft tires because I was getting about 4 laps out of the softs where I felt comfortable with the tires. And like I said, didn't really like the mediums in the front and the hards in the back, but in my testing I was faster that way. So that's how I ran it. As AJ gets a little wide there, and I return the pass and find myself right back in 9th place with Jazzercise behind me. Now, I know y'all remember Jazzercise from some previous races, so I know that's not his name. It's like Jazzer Wild or something like that, but every time I see it, I just think it says Jazzercise. I don't know why. So it has stuck. So, sorry, Jazzers Wild, you are now Jazzercise. Plus, what's cooler than 80s Jazzercise, right? I mean, come on. Chicks in pastel, like tights and leg warmers and stuff. It's great stuff. So where are we? We're on lap 2, and I'm on my racing hard fronts and, racing mediums front and racing hard rear. And I am holding off Jazzercise, and about to, not too much longer from now, going to go into the pits. And this is the part of this is going to be the part of the race that really concerns me, is that when I come out of the pits, where am I going to end up in a gaggle of people just getting bounced around all over the place and just lose a bunch of positions? That was my main concern with running this strategy. If I had placed probably in the top 3, I don't know if I would have run this one or not. It would have been much more difficult for me to stick with it, but and I had some low 2:16 qualifying times the night before, so it was possible I would have ended up there. But qualifying did not work out that well. Armored 34 kind of helped usher me off the track at one point, and I had to reset. And, so is what it is. Can't complain about it. So let's hop into the pits here. I jump in. No one else follows me in. All by my lonesome in the pits. Throw the softs on. Don't take on any fuel. Come out in 13th. So I go from 9th to 13th. I couldn't remember exactly what I went to, but that was what I ended up going to. So let's look at the different tires folks are running. So Jazzercise was running a racing medium, both front and rear. So good solid strategy. Come out the pits with a heavy car, running your racing mediums, get them out of the way. We had a set of racing mediums, another racing mediums. We had racing softs there. We also had, again, racing softs, front and back. So a lot of folks going with those racing soft tires, including our leader. So no other hybrids in the race. Nope, there's one. So Hornito, Texas, or Horton in Texas, maybe? Horton in Texas was running the hybrid. So we did have another hybrid strategy. We had some mediums out there. Like I said, we had some softs out there. We even had a couple hard folks on the hard tires. Again, most of those near the back of the pack, as we suggested. So a lot of different tire strategies, which makes for really fun racing because people are coming out of pits at all different times. So that's really super cool. So there you go. There you have it. Different strategies. So back to the race. I am in 13th after pitting, and I am not too concerned because now I am on brand new, fresh, soft tires, and everyone else has at least 2 laps on their tires. So I'm going to run that to 2, and then I'm going to go 4 soft, 4 soft, 4 soft. Super easy. I'm going to pit again in lap 6, and then after that, lap 10, and after that, lap 14. So I quickly catch up to Jay Bulita, or however you say that name, in the Mercedes here, and I'm just going to try and outbrake him here in this corner because I've got fresh softs on. Keep it down on the inside there. Keep it tight, trying to stay out of anyone's side too badly. A little bump in there, but again, that's not too terrible. He just didn't see me to the inside. Not a big deal. He turned in. Probably didn't expect me to be there. I mean, he doesn't know what tires I'm on, so I mean, how is he going to know that I'm going to be able to outbrake him that well? So next on my list is the knockoff number 11 here, as he helps me out by going wide again, comes all the way down inside and gets into me. I just held a nice, steady, tight line. That didn't bother me, that bump at all. So I was managed to make that pass there and move on. And I just basically kind of hung out here in 8th until lap 5 as the gentleman, Dirty Bryce, comes out of the pit. So I know he is on fresh tires, probably softs, and I am on 2-lap old softs. So Old Dirty gets off the track there, and he's probably cursing me right now because he's probably saying, God dog, I had to come out of the pit, get behind some dude with some worn out tires. Now he's holding me up. But little does he know that I am on racing softs, and I'm not on I'm on 3-lap old racing softs, but I'm not on like 4 or 5-lap old racing softs. So I'm still holding okay pace here. And he is, he's obviously got better tires than I do. He's probably got a little better pace than I do on the track as well. I mean, he qualified better. He's running up there in front of me. So I'm not quite ready to give this position up yet. I'm still feeling like the tires are pretty good. They're still pretty well planted under Big Girl Lexus here. So I'm going to make him work on this pass. And as you can see, I'm still maintaining a pretty decent gap with the Porsche right through here. And I do know that at the end of this lap, or as this lap winds down, that these tires are going to start to fall off. So I'll pay attention to that and pay attention to how the race is going. As you can see, he's starting to reel me in a little more here. my tires are just getting a little more and a little more worn. I thought maybe he was going to send it up in the inside of this hairpin. He did not. He was pretty patient about it. I was a little bit surprised to see that, but good racing by old Dirty Bryce there. As I am trying again to chase down Jazzercise. Now, if you remember, he was a couple positions behind me and then moved up to right behind me. And then I think I pitted, and then he got pretty far out in front of me. And then he moved up from 10th to 7th, I guess, at some point along the way. And now I am running him down as he's nearing the end of his stint. And old Dirty Bryce is really up my tail. Now, again, I thought he might send it on the inside here, but I'm just maintaining my racing line, not trying to do anything foolish. And as I come up this straightaway, I'm really beginning to feel my tires slip a little bit right here. And he is right on my rear bumper. So I move all the way over to the right-hand side just to let him know I'm not looking to make a block here. I give him that inside line. I don't move to block him. I'm just going to tuck in right behind him here, making that smart life choice. I'm going to borrow his slipstream for as long as I can. So there I go. Hop in behind old Dirty Bryce and use that slipstream. So moving up to lap 6, I pull into the pits. I am in 8th position. I do not take fuel once again, trying to keep the car as light for as long as possible. So I come out of the pits on the softs, immediately get passed by a couple cars, including our friend Jazzercise. That's right. We are playing leapfrog this race. So me and the BMW are going back and forth. So moving on, lap 7, I get into the rear end of Jazzercise a little bit right there, but I do not pass him on that. That would be rude to do the push to pass. I do get an SR down, deservedly so. I didn't mean to get in the back of him there. Just didn't quite brake early enough, but I definitely had the old brake pedal to the floor because I saw the car was coming up on him. So Jazzercise, I think, was on a medium tire right here in this part of the race. I can't remember. I think he might have been. No, he was on the medium in the beginning, so he was in the soft, but he's coming near the end of his stint, and I was at the beginning of my stint. That's what it was. So I outbroke him here. He made the smart life choice there, just kind of let me go on through. He's going to jump on my slipstream as I move on to chase down Horton in Texas, or Hyor in Texas. I can never remember how to say this guy's name. I race with him all the time. You'd think I would have figured it out by now. Hyorton, Texas? Hyorton? I don't know what it is. What is it? So anyway, I sent it down the inside as he messed up a little bit there in those S's, got into the dirt a little bit, so I knew I was going to have a good run on him, especially with the fresh, soft tires. That was the nice thing about coming out the pits with fresh, soft tires when others weren't, is that I was able to run them down a little bit. So after I made that pass, it was pretty stagnant here until lap 10. So as I come around lap 10, I see a group of cars up there battling, and I'm kind of looking at my chops thinking maybe, just maybe, some exciting action will happen as there's 3, 4, and 5 right in front of me. Kind of smelling a podium a little bit right here, kind of like thinking my tire strategy is superior to all other tire strategies, and I'm just going to make like amazing things happen. As you can see, I'm only 10 seconds off the lead right here at lap 10, and I know that I'm about to go in for one last stint of soft. So if anyone else throws on mediums or hards or anything like that, I should be able to run them down. So I'm super excited right here. I mean, how could you not be? Only good things can happen from this point going forward. I can only move up as I sit here in 6th. Now, behind me, you got TGTCQ, whatever that is, pied 2 times. Sounds like one of those formulas that I didn't want to remember from chemistry class. As Ern Fan goes off there, gets off the track. Not good. That's okay. So now I've moved up to 5th. Feeling even better about my chances. We're going to hop in the pit in front of them. We got a 4-second penalty, so that could put me up another position. I'm just telling you, I'm feeling amazing right here. But here I have to get some fuel. So I'm going to bring it just past the star there. Make sure I have enough to finish the race so I can rev out the car. And I come out, and I'm in 8th again. So started the race P9, moved back to P8. Now that was a fairly long pit stop. Now if you remember, I was about 10 seconds off the lead when I went in for the pit there, and I ended up 23 seconds off the lead when I came out of the pit. So pass up Rice suspended, who had that penalty, and so I did pick up position there. So now I'm in 7th. I find myself back behind High Overton, Texas here on lap 12, and looking for somewhere to pass. I'm feeling like I got, better pace than High Overton, Texas, and it's just looking for the mistake. Just waiting for him to make a mistake. I'm not gonna try and force it. I don't want to like send it from far away and cause us both to lose our positions, because we've both had a very clean race up to this point. So right here, I think maybe I'm going to be able to get in underneath him, but he pulls through there pretty well, because the rear end got a little bit loose, and of course he's in that Aston Martin, so I don't get him in the corner, and I try to get him on the straight. That it's not going to work out too well for me, because that darn car has just a ton of top end. But I'm also noticing that he's struggling in the corners, so I'm thinking if I can't get him in those last couple of tight turns, that maybe I can get him off the exit. So got a good exit out of here, and I get way over to the left. I'm going to back off a little bit and just take a nice line through here, and then try and time it perfectly so I don't hit him, but I'm getting a good run on him. So I do a good job there. Get a good run on him. I look at my rearview mirror, and there's my buddy Jazzercise chasing me down again. So, like I said, I've been playing leapfrog. Get to the inside here of High Overton, Texas, and make it stick. Good job, Greddy. Do it cleanly. Good job, High Overton, Texas. He stayed clean through there. Gets right back in my bumper. He's probably looking for my slipstream, but that probably didn't help him with his tire condition. I don't know what the condition of his tires were, but man, you're getting that dirty air through that S section. It was just really tough to make it stick. So looks like that's what happened. I was kind of hoping he would hold up Jazzercise a little more for me, like a good solid lap. No such luck. Jazzercise slings the BMW right on by him, and then man, he really, I don't know if the brakes on the BMW are that good or what, but he must have taken like a half a second out of that corner right there. So now I've got Jazzercise up my rear end, just like a pastel-colored thong or something. But so now I got to try and see, can I hold him off? It's not looking like it. I come in here. He's to my inside. I'm not going to send it into him. He goes wide. I'm thinking I might get the cut back here, trying to make it stick. But, man, my tires are just tortured. I couldn't really let the car wind or use all the track like I wanted to, because he was out there. So good pass by Jazzercise there, and I was unable to make the comeback, make it stick. So looking for a mistake or something by him. We were both on soft tires. We were both on the second lap of our soft tire, third lap of our soft tires rather. So we are basically racing equal up, and you know what? He took me. He took me there in the last couple of laps. So good job by Jazzercise there. Come around lap 14, nothing else changes. So heading down the straight. Time the fuel just about right there. Everything looks good. Lap times were consistent. Man, that was a fun race. That was a good race. So finished P7. Moved up 2 spots. Pretty happy with that. No complaints from me. Like I said, I had a really good clean race there with Jazzercise as well as with High Overton, Texas. Can't complain about T, G, G, T, C, O, or any of the guys that I went door to door with. Everyone raced really good, really clean. Like I said, a couple of bumps here and there, but other than that, man, it was a good, fun race. So great job, guys. Congrats to Armored 34, even though I'm still mad about you about qualifying, but that's okay. I'm gonna let it slide. Like it really mattered anyway. I wasn't going to qualify any closer than probably 4th or 5th, so no big deal. Hope you enjoyed the race. If you did, like I said, hit that like button, or if you really liked it, smash that subscribe. So there I am in P7, race 2, fastest driver for Lexus, and 1,044 points. I will take it. Well, that is all for this race. Y'all have a great evening.